So if you need a project idea, I've been digging through my samples and I'll keep posting a few here. This one is going to be tessellations. Maybe you're familiar with MC Escher's work where he has these unending patterns. They're really cool. Tessellations can be a great way to kind of incorporate math into your work, certainly geometry. And a lot of them have the roots in Islamic patterns that they're found in mosques. I'll put a link in the first comment and also in the description of this video that'll take you to a playlist of how to do tessellations on your own. It's not hard to do. All you need is some thick paper, you cut out some shapes, and you're good to go. So let me show you a few examples that I've created over the years. Here we got my snail figure. You can see it's one snail, and then he repeats in a circle, and then we add some more. Now, I happen to like the idea of not going all the way to the edge of the page because as you go away from where you start with the tessellation, there are slight variations and the pattern doesn't become perfect anymore. Here's the snail again on a slightly larger scale. This time I pulled him out to the side so you could see what the whole pattern was based on, and this one was kind of fun. Though most tessellations are created with squares, you can use other shapes too, like triangles or hexagons for these octopi. This one I challenged myself to do two different figures that were kind of opposite, like good and evil, so it's a dove and a bat. Here's one that came out really cute, little bird on a stick. Again, I like to leave the outside kind of open. It just looks better that way for me. This one was technically probably the most difficult one that I had to create, but I really like the way it twists in the middle. So again, that was accidental. I was starting to get it to do it, and I had to keep doing it and doing it again until the form came out the way that I wanted. And as you experiment, sometimes you'll come across tessellations that have gaps and they don't really tessellate. They're not making a perfect pattern. Like this one, I had this kind of mouse figure, and when I put it together, I realized, oh, they're not connecting 100%, and it left a square in the middle, and I thought, oh, let me just turn that into a piece of cheese. The other nice thing about tessellations is you can do it very, very simply for the first and second grade level. You can push it a little bit more challenging for the middle school level with incorporating triangles. And then in the high school and advanced levels, you can do hexagons, more difficult triangles and stuff, and get some really wonderful patterns. It's you can't say to yourself, oh, I want a bird, and then make a bird out of a tessellation. You have to make the tessellations and then look at it almost like when you're a kid and you're looking at the clouds and you're like, oh, I see a rabbit or I see a turtle. You have to look at it that way, and then you create the tessellation. So you never know what you're going to get when you play around with Escher-like tessellations. Again, I'll put a link in the first comment that takes you to my tessellation playlist. And if you do one, I would love to see it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And do you want to see more lesson ideas? I've been doing this for 36 years, so I have tons and tons of samples.